RDAllen right here playing Farming Simulator 22, and welcome back to the Upper Mississippi River Valley. We are working on harvesting corn here again this episode, and for those of you who don't like harvesting corn, by the way, it's probably safe to say we'll be harvesting corn here for the next couple of episodes, so again, apologies if you don't like harvesting corn, but for those of you that do, well, stay tuned, because again, we got lots of corn to harvest here the next couple episodes. We're working on the next field here this episode. We finished up field 40-something there last, 44? Let's open up the map here. 44. Finished that up last episode, that one. Now we're working on, is this 45? Yeah, working on field 45 here this episode. Hopefully we'll get this one finished here. And then we got fields 43, and then 40, let's see, 40... Actually, what do we have left for corn? I thought there was more. I guess, okay, 43, then 27 and 28. Okay, I thought we had one more cornfield than that, but nope. So we got one more small field of it, and then the big field left to go yet. So actually not as much corn as I thought we had. So yeah, we are hopefully quickly finishing this up here. And again, as a reminder, when we're done with the harvest, everyone, we are going to wrap this series up. So enjoy the map while we can here. And again, I would have to say, this has definitely been a very enjoyable map. Link is down below in the description of the video here, by the way, if you want to check this map out, if you haven't done so already. Again, that is the Upper Mississippi River Valley. Also, if you're on the PC side of things, everyone, well, actually, in order to play on this map, that's right, you got to be on the PC. So, okay. Mute point there when it comes to that, I guess. But for those of you who like to use auto drive and stuff like that, everyone, I've got a link down below for the auto drive route here for this map as well. Again, this is not something I created, everyone. Though, again, I have added on a little bit to the route that was already there. But this is a route that someone else created here for this map. And again, like I say, it works pretty good for the most part. For the most part, there's definitely a few things that don't work so well with auto drive on this map, and it doesn't particularly surprise me, but I'm not necessarily blaming the person that created the auto drive routes on the map here. Just yeah, tight turns into fields, fences, and stuff like that just get in the way with auto drive turning. Doesn't surprise me. So we're quickly making our way around this field here. Should I be concerned about our yield here, I wonder? Haven't had to unload here yet. We're almost full, by the way, but not quite. And we're like almost 3/4 of the way around the field, I think, aren't we? Oh, no, maybe not. Okay, maybe we're only like halfway. I was thinking that was the last turn to make one around 3/4, but... And we are full. Let's go grab the grain cart here. Okay, yeah, so we're actually not quite... Well, maybe that's halfway. Somewhere around the halfway point there. It's not too bad then, I guess. I think fields 44, 45 here are probably about the same size. Actually, no, we can test that theory. Field is... oh, there it is. 8 hectares. 9.5. Okay, actually, this field's a little bit, well, hard to 7. Because, again, when the land here, this counts... any existing land around the field, which doesn't look like there's much around this field here. So field 40 actually is a little bit larger here then. A little bit more normally shaped, though, I guess you could say, in some ways. The edges aren't exactly straight, but it is a almost square field in its overall shape. Still running the same setup here we were last episode, by the way. Got the John Deere 8RX 410 here, pulling our Demco 1100 grain cart. Same truck as last episode as well. And of course, yeah, same combine. Haven't got the other combine out here yet. I figure for these smaller fields, one combine is more than sufficient. But don't worry, the next, well, maybe not the next field, because we'll probably do field 43 here next. But the field after that, everyone, we will definitely be getting the next combine, or the second combine out. That is going to be probably our biggest harvest here yet. We've taken 2 fields there and combined that into one field, 27 and 28 there. The tarp is opening here. Just give it a minute. I told it to open earlier, but then I realized, oh, that's right. This is the Z key, or the Z key, on this grain cart gear again, not the normal N key for opening covers. I should probably stop complaining about that. It's not like it's going to change, but it's still, I find that really annoying. Oh, there's no display on the side of the cart. I can't see how much is in there, can I? Well, if I had the glance mod or something like that, the inspector mod of it, I probably could. Kind of got rid of the inspector slash glance mod here a while back. I mean, again, I said this here a while back. I mean, eventually you just get so many mods adding stuff to your screen that it's like, do I really need some of this stuff? It starts feeling cluttered after a while. I mean, you got the normal giant stuff up here, you know, especially if you have the help open, which I typically don't. Again, you got the normal giant stuff up here again with the clock and stuff like that, right? Speaking of which, we're October 1st here, by the way. Sitting at just under $6.4 million. Not too shabby there, if you ask me. We have a HUD here for, like, damage and fuel. Do you really need that? I mean, it's nice, that one. Same thing with the glance mod, right? It's nice. But again, do you really need it? I guess that's everyone kind of has to answer that question themselves. Okay, let's turn on some GPS here. And we want 0 degrees here, don't we? Auto with that. Yes, we do. Hold that on the combine. Lock on. Away we go. And of course, down here we got auto drive, which, to be honest, I don't think I need that open because, yeah, we're not going to be using the auto drive here for this. Not this part anyway yet. Took, was it 1 or 2 loads to the dryer here already, by the way. So if we go check our dryer here, corn dryer, we currently have 4,400 bushels in there. 500 bushels have been dried here already. Well, and I think we've had some in there already, so. But yeah, some are probably right around that 5,000 bushel mark we have so far. Got some more propane as well. We're up to, was it 60, is that gallons? Yeah, 60,000 gallons of propane. Wow. That sounds like a lot of propane. 60,000 gallons of propane? I'm just looking at that number of 60,000 gallons of propane. Wow. I'm not sure how much propane some of the larger tanks hold there. I mean, are we getting up in the, 5 to 10,000 gallons maybe? I don't think they hold that much, do they? I think they're more like down in the couple of thousands at the most, if I had to guess. But I'm not sure how much some of the larger ones hold there. I know, residentially speaking, most of your propane tanks are around that few hundred mark, maybe 1,000, right? You got a really big one for some reason, but of course, when it comes to farmers, that one in drying corn, they need some large propane tanks, at least if they're running on propane anyway, which probably a lot of farmers are, right? And again, when it comes to that, probably depends a little bit on the farmer too, how much propane, the size of the tank, or maybe we even should say like tanks they have on. Thinking of like Millennial Farmer, that one, and there's probably some other ones there too. I know Millennial Farmer, they have 2 tanks. I don't remember how large their tanks are though. I'm trying to think, like, how big are their tanks? They've probably said them, and I just don't remember, right? I don't know. 60,000 gallons just sounds like a lot of propane to me. Well, we're almost around the field. They're 94%. Can we make it all the way to the end? Ooh. I'm going to guess not. I bet we stopped just short here, making it all the way around the field before we're full. 99. Yeah, not quite. Not quite. Like a few more feet to go. Okay, well, better go grab the grain cart here again. And again, unfortunately, I would run this on like Courseplay or auto drive or something like that, but Courseplay only unloads Courseplay. And then if I use auto drive, well, you folks have seen it before. A lot of times you just end up waiting on auto drive. So to be honest, it's quicker for me just to like grab the tractor myself. At least it seems like it is anyway. Otherwise, you just end up sitting there like, okay, auto drive anytime now. Auto drive just, it seems like it takes a while for it to line up and, or even to get to the combine in the first place. Courseplay, I would have to say, is definitely much quicker about that one. Courseplay will even like unload on the go. Getting auto drive to unload on the go, while I have had it happen before, I would say it's definitely a very rare occurrence. Oh, another 200 bushels left to go yet. Oh, and then this will pretty much fill up this grain cart here again at this point as well. Kind of the one thing I like about that 1100 grain cart here, it is enough to hold 2 combine loads with a little extra space, right? It's kind of the thing with the larger, you get the 1300 bushel grain cart. That one, it's not enough to hold 3. But it holds like 2.5, I think it is. That's a little more than 2.5. Oh boy, go for the pipe on the tractor there. Harvesting 20 rows at a time here, by the way, for those who did not see our setup here last episode, which has basically been our setup for this entire series here, by the way. Other than when we first started, Evan, we did initially start with a 24-row head. But again, as I discussed there last episode, Courseplay doesn't like the 24, well, neither does Auto Drive for that matter. Neither one of them like the 24-row heads, so that's why we jumped it down to the 20-row, which, again, kind of a weird head size, that one. I don't know that I've ever heard of anyone running a 20-row head in real life. Heard, obviously, 12, at least around rather than that's probably one of the more common head sizes, 12-row corn head. Goes along with, the 12-row corn planter, or 24, well, any other multiple thereof, right? Then, of course, sometimes you see the 8 rows, see a few 6 rows. I don't know if you really see much for 4 rows anymore. There's probably some 4 rows somewhere, everyone, but again, for the most part, 12 rows is pretty common. Here are a few 16s and a few, I think it's 18-row, right? I'd like to say it's 18-row, but again, I don't think I've ever heard of a 20-row corn head. And again, as we've discussed many, many times before, a lot of farmers usually like to match their planter size to their header size on their combine, or again, some multiple thereof. So if you have a 12-row corn planter, maybe you're using a 6-row corn head, that type of thing, maybe. But a 20-row head, I'm not aware of like any really 20-row planters out there. That's a bit of an odd size. I don't think I've ever heard of. Again, 12, 16, 18, 24, but 20? I don't know. And even with GPS, that one, again, farmers usually prefer to try to keep the header size matching the planter size, or again, some multiple thereof. Just for example here, if you watch, I think Larson's Farms, if I remember correctly, they run a 24-row planter, but they're running 12-row corn heads, right? So they're planting 24 rows, but then they're using a 12-row corn head. Again, just matches up with the planter that way. The main reason for that, for those who are wondering, by the way, is to ensure that the rows actually line up with the corn head. Even with GPS, it is possible to be off by just a little bit, or especially maybe you don't have GPS on the planter or something like that. As you're going around turns and stuff like that, doesn't necessarily maybe follow exactly where the row is. So by using a header that matches your planter size, that you're, again, maybe 12 rows, whatever it is, are going to line up exactly with that combine head. And a lot of times, too, for those who don't know, you're not maybe necessarily even using GPS on the harvester. A lot of times the heads here, well, actually, I have to maybe look. Next time I raise this head up, I'm going to have to look and see what's here. A lot of times these heads have feelers on them, everyone. And these feelers are looking for where the row is. So you can center the combine on, again, just whatever row. You know, if you're harvesting 12 rows at a time, you know, maybe you're feeling the center row. And sometimes they'll have more than one, which I'm actually not seeing any on this one. That's kind of interesting. Maybe I'm missing it. Usually the center one for sure will have them. Yeah, I'm not seeing them. More than likely, I mean, if this was real life, I mean, you probably would have row feelers on here. You'd probably have them here, and then maybe not necessarily the last one, but maybe like second or third from last, you know, somewhere in there, right? Just space them out a little bit. Okay, let's grab the grain cart here. Oh, actually, you know what? We need to first grab the truck. Get the truck in the field here. Then we can unload the grain cart. Then we can get the combine. Get our order operations correct here, everyone. And as a reminder, too, by the way, once we're done harvesting the corn, everyone, we still have soybeans to harvest yet here as well. That is probably going to be, I'm guessing, the month of December before we can harvest that, everyone. So hopefully the weather will hold out here until the month of December, right? And when I say hold out, I'm talking about the snow. So hopefully we don't get too much in the way of snow there, and we can get that, all the soybeans harvested. We got three fields? Yeah. 48, 42, and 41 there. 41 and 42, of course, are large fields, everyone. So we got quite a few soybeans to harvest. Back up here just a little bit. Looks like we're a little close to the fence there. And again, with this particular one, everyone, we do have a little bit of extra space here. You know, we're only 85% full, but a little bit better than the other one where it gets like, 2 loads, and then there's like enough room for like another 2/3 of a load, right? Nope, a little too far away there. Pipe sticks out quite a ways on this one, but not quite that far, apparently. There we go. Nice thing is the grain cart unloads nice and quickly here. I've never actually timed it to see once. Like, does this actually unload in like real time? Like, if you had one of these in real life, everyone, does it unload in about the time it would take in real life? For those of you who have ever timed these grain carts in real life, they can usually unload in like a minute or two. It's quite unbelievable how fast these grain carts will unload. You know, the amount of grain they are moving, it's like, wow. You know, if you think about it, this particular one, oh yes, it actually, yeah, there it is. 22-inch auger on this thing, man. 22-inch auger. I mean, that is huge. That is a massive auger if you think about that. And you get some even the larger one. Oh, is it the Brent 2596, right? Brent 25. I think, is that a 30-inch? Don't quote me on that one, but I think that's like a 30-inch auger on that one. So, yeah, that's a little bit insane. And by the way, I am thinking, considering, you folks can let me know, maybe when it comes time to harvest the large field, should we maybe up our grain cart size a little bit? Or do we want to just stick with the equipment we have? We'll see what's happening. I mean, this equipment would handle the field just fine. But, I mean, obviously, 2596 Brent grain cart, why not, right? Go big or go home. Hey, what is that obnoxious beeping? We're getting a little on full. You know what? Well, that's empty. And let's go grab our fuel truck. I think I've got it sitting over here yet, don't I? Maybe not. Oh, hey, yep, I do. There it is. Typical spot. And do we have new? We should probably fill this up. When I say we'll fill up, we'll fill up the tank in the back. The truck also has fuel on it, but again, trying to get the fuel, and it's not worth it, in my opinion. Fill this up much easier to fill from. Is that it? Guess that's it. Okay. Again, tank in the truck does work, but getting it to fill the tank in the truck, that is the trick, everyone. The way the game works here, it'll be more than happy to fill the fuel in the truck. And when I say fuel, I'm like the truck's fuel, right? Not the tank in the back here, like the truck's fuel. The game will be more than happy to fill that all day long. But you want to try to fill the tank that's in the back of this truck here? Yeah, good luck with that. You know what? I think we could probably make it all the way around the field here. We'll just park this here when we're around, then we'll refuel the combine here rather than driving all the way to the back. Yes, yes, I know you're beeping. How much fuel do we have left here? 20... No, that's not right. 57 out of... Whoa. Okay, we better keep it moving here. It is a little on the low side. 57 liters out of 1250. That is in liters, by the way. I don't know what that is in real numbers, but probably 3... is it 4? No, probably not quite 400 gallons, is it? Somewhere between 300 and 400 gallons, I believe, is what that is. We're back to where our GPS is at here as well, so we can lock on the GPS line. Okay, let's head over to the comment section here in a moment, see what you folks had to say here about last episode or any of the other episodes for that matter. Down to 51. Oh boy, when the race is on, are we going to make it? Maybe I should have brought the fuel over here. I'm looking at this here. It might be a little close, Evan. It might be a little close. Hopefully we can make it. Yes, yes, I hear the incessant beeping. I hear it. Okay, to the comments. Matt was saying, I think you should take all the stuff from this map to the next map. Okay, so first off, I do plan on probably doing Westbridge Hills for the next map. Again, maybe just like a little short series. Might be like a little mini series. It won't be probably 50, 100 episode series, but maybe a couple weeks on the map at most. We'll see once how it goes, Evan. If we do that, which again is kind of my tentative plan here at this point, Evan, I probably will not take this equipment. However, maybe when we're done with that map, Evan, then maybe we can come back and kind of like revisit that proposition and then like take this equipment to whatever map we play after that one. That one maybe be a bad idea. We'll see once. I'm no guarantees, but like I said, at least for the Westbridge Hills map, Evan, I am probably going to try to maybe stick with like the equipment I initially had on Westbridge Hills. And I'm going to have to go back and look at my Westbridge Hills series, Evan, just see what equipment I had on there. I don't necessarily remember anymore. I'm sure it was a Case Combine. I don't remember what Case Combine. Again, I'm on Farming Simulator 2013, Westbridge Hills there. Actually, map, I kind of liked Westbridge Hills. It wasn't terrible in my opinion. And, as far as Giants and American-style maps went anyway. And, of course, the Farming Simulator with the Westbridge Hills map, that was part of the Titanium expansion DLC. And for those who may be newer to the channel, by the way, what's special about that map, Evan, is that is when I started playing Farming Simulator, or at least when I started doing videos of Farming Simulator here. I should maybe refrain that. Refrain that? No. Rephrase. There we go. Get the rephrase that. That is when I started doing Farming Simulator videos, Evan. So that is what is special about that map. For those of you wondering, I do believe it's been like 10 years, by the way. So I think it'd be kind of fun. I'm going to do like a 10-year anniversary. Go back to Westbridge Hills, where this whole thing started. Back when I started doing YouTube videos on Farming Simulator. So it's hard to believe it. Again, I might have to go back and double check the numbers, Evan, but I do believe it has been... Oh, actually, no, pipe out. Oh, we might unload here too. We'll see once. But we're almost full after all. We do need fuel, though. We are, what are we to? 30? Ooh, 34. Okay, so we did make it. Not by much, though. Close enough? Yes, we are. Perfect. Start with the incessant beep in there. Yes, yes, I know. It'll stop here in a second. There we go. Norton was saying, it's the beginning of the end. That is right, Evan. It's the beginning of the end here. As I said, when we finish up harvest, which, again, we've got 2 more cornfields to go. And let's see, is it 3 soybean fields, I think? Is that it? Oh, and sunflowers. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more fields to go, right? Am I counting right? No, I'm not counting right here. We got 3 soybean fields, 2 corn fields, and a sun. Okay, so we got 6 more fields to go yet, everyone. 6 more fields. Are we full? Yes, we are full. Okay. We're just going to go ahead and unload here. Might as well while we're here. 84% full, so that's pretty close. Unloading. It's Jack time was saying, I'm curious, how many hours do you have on this save game alone? I'm excited for the next series. I would like to see Huron County, Michigan for the future map. Ooh. I could be persuaded to do that. For those who don't know, I happen to be from Michigan here. We've done, I think for sure, 1 Michigan map here so far for Farming Simulator. It wasn't the Huron County one. And it seems like I have considered that one before, Huron County, so might have to go back and look at that one. I could, again, like I said, definitely be persuaded to play on that one probably. As for, how many hours? Let's see once here. I think we can go, where is it here? Isn't there a statistics page? Yes, here's the one we're looking at. Oh, boy. Oh, yes. How many folks? Wow. That is an impressive number, everyone. So, yeah. Well, I know where 500 hours of my life went. Okay, maybe not quite, because I'm in some of that, like I'll leave course play to go finish a field while I go have supper or something like that, right, everyone? But 500 hours on this map. Oh, boy. 500 hours. And we were talking about this here at last episode, too, by the way. We're at, what, episode 100 and... Actually, this is 105, right? I don't follow my episode numbers real closely, at least until I go to produce the video. But I'm thinking this is probably episode 105. Maybe that is 104 or 106. It's somewhere in there, right, everyone? So probably episode 105 here. Which, if you do the hours on that, everyone, that would be, what, 52 and a half hours? Give or take, a little bit there. I've probably done 52 and a half hours worth of content on this map. We've got 10 times that many hours on the map. Just to give you folks an idea of how much, like, above what you folks see has been done. I would not have actually guessed that many. I was thinking probably somewhere around like 250 hours. But wow, 500 hours on this map. Randy, you should get a life probably. Nah, what do you want to do that for, right? We'll just play Farming Simulator. That is something I've said many, many times about this game, though. Like when it comes to Farming Simulator, like how many games do you folks like play regularly? Like, maybe not all the time, but you play like mostly regularly, right? Like, again, I've played other games before as well, but this is a game that like continuously play almost. Wow, at least in my case, I do continuously play it because I'm making videos on it all the time. Now, if I wasn't making videos on this all the time, yeah, I probably wouldn't be playing it all the time either. I'd probably be more like play it, okay, maybe go play another game for a little bit, and then, okay, another map has come out. Maybe check this map out, that type of thing, right? But I do know I've got quite a few of my viewers, too, that regularly play this game, and, yeah. How many other games can you list? Oh, okay, Minecraft might be an example. Minecraft might be a good example. I just happen to think of that. I don't know if there's any other games or not, but Minecraft, I often call that the ultimate time waster. Probably the one game. I don't know if I have more hours in Minecraft or in Farming Simulator. That's hard to say. But hard to answer that question. Especially in the last, probably last year, maybe last 2 years, probably. I've been a little bit since I've played much in the way of Minecraft here lately. So, otherwise, before that one, like I played a lot of Minecraft, and I do mean a lot of Minecraft. So, I would like to consider myself somewhat well-versed in Minecraft, though, again, the last 2 years or so, I haven't played quite as much. Played a little bit here and there, but again, not near as much as previously. Anyway, back to the comments here. Christopher was saying, good morning and good video as always. Hey, thank you very much for that. Tom was just saying Tom. Okay. Great comment there, Tom. That's literally his comment, by the way. Comment from Tom is Tom. Oh, let's get the last stock here. I want an email from, or a message from our field quality manager now here, right? For those who don't realize it, here we do employ a field quality manager here on the RDAllen channel. He takes his job very seriously, you know. Anytime we miss anything on the field, you know, he's on it usually. And for those of you folks think I'm joking, I seriously am not. Maybe the employment part, we can maybe joke about that part. He's maybe not necessarily employed, but that takes his job very seriously, shall we say. Okay, and I think this will fill the grain cart up here again, too, if I remember correctly. To the point, I think we can probably start going up and down the field here as well at this point. Yep, wrong button there. Possible to, you know, accidentally click off the screen when you're like using courseplay or something like that when you bring up the mouse pointer there. Yep, and you're looking around and accidentally oops, click off the screen, lose control, and lose sound on the game there for a second. And I just looked over at the timer, everyone. It is unfortunately time to, excuse me, it is unfortunately time to wrap it up here for this series already. Wow. Where does the time go, everyone, when you're having fun like this, right? Oh, well. Again, when I say having fun, everyone, like, I think I've said this many, many times before, probably one of my favorite activities in the game, everyone, is harvesting. So I do rather enjoy harvesting in the game. Again, definitely I would have to say my favorite activities. So with that, everyone, thanks for watching. You folks have any comments and or questions, be sure to leave them down below. Until next time.